first carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What is up?
Looking to throw is Williams. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The first carry now. This is Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. We got big. What is it?
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing is Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DK Metcalf. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. The kickoff backup team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
We're good. We're good. 180, 12. Turbos up.
Here's Goff. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now it's gone. They set up the screen for Henderson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
70.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Trevion Henderson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Williams. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
From the gun, here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air once more, Williams. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. A big play that time on a catch and run. 36 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 9 now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2 and was tackled at the 2.
Guys, to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But Remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Goff. Short throw to Smith. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
76, tell him. 76. 76. What's that? What's that?
Goff. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Twos.
To throw is gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Hey, Cal. Orange. Maverick Wall. What's that?
Now gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Williams. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots are once again back in front. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Looking to throw. Williams. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second down.
2nd and 5. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a 1st down with that catch.
Williams looking to do it himself. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
What is up?
Working out of the gun, Williams. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw. Williams. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Broncos first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Williams now. A final shot before break. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
So now with the late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here.
Point conversion.
A final shot before break. Williams. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
18. Patriots 17.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Second and 11.
We go to the 180.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Backfield empty here. It's 3rd and long. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long.
180! Super one! Super one! Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
Now Goff. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Looking to throw is Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. Same target. It's Jacobs again. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort. Turn it into a successful play.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Well, they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Here's Williams. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league,
there he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nicole Hardman, 78 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead with this 3rd quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for
Goff looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Williams going to look to throw again. And it is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Second and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on first and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Pats are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's second and 7.
Here we go. 180.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second and 12. Now it's gone. They set up the screen for Henderson. Oh, Absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Travion Henderson, 55 yards. And the Patriots are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Patriots 30, Broncos 18.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Williams. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Vegas!
And 2nd and 10, he'll make the throw again. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Back to throw again. This pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
What's that?
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Hey, Shell, come on. Listen. Wait, 20. Yes, sir. Yes, 11.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here comes 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Homer, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, 10 yards to go. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The Patriots have done it again. They're AFC champs once more as we say goodnight. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself.